Hi, I'm Teresa from Phoenix Gate Crafts, and I am opening a Hooks and Needles box. So this box is actually supposed to be 2 Yarn of the Month Club thingies. And I had a really good time picking these. One is knit and one is crochet. And I got to take a couple of a quiz for this to see what kind of box I would like. It included things like, do I like warm, cool, or neutral tones? Do I like enough to finish a project or just a couple of yarns to play around with? Or do I want everything I need for a full kit? Or do I like wearables, or what kind of project? So I said I like cool colors, I like to be able to complete a project, and I like wearables. And I've got 1 knit and 1 crochet project. So my light just went out. All right, we're just gonna have to do this without the extra light for a few minutes until my computer charges. So let's see what we got. Ooh, 2 actual boxes. I like it. These shipped very quickly. I ordered it on, I think, the 24th of May, and I got it about the 3rd or 4th of June. So 10 days, not bad. I do not know which one is the hooks and which one is the needles. Let's do this one first. This one doesn't specify if it's crochet or what. Or does this one? K1. C1. Okay, cool. This one's going to be crochet. This one's going to be knit. That's my guess. So let's see what we got here. Crocheting! I was right! Yay! A big, oh, this is a thick book. So I'm going to look at it over here. Oh my goodness. They actually show pictures. So they have a letter from the founder, how to read and understand crochet charts, introducing this month's yarn, introducing this month's patterns, and then project number 1, a cozy bottle holder. So it's not a wearable, but I'm willing to bet that they just have these kind of no matter what. Also, let's face it, if you're getting a wearable like a sweater or something, you've got a sizing issue, because 3 balls of yarn that are 50 or 100 grams ain't going to be enough for chubby old me. So wearables, are probably going to be like accessories. But this is, they have pictures as well as the steps. So just totally stealing one of the random pages. Let's do this so you're out of context. So it has the picture and it has the instruction for what you're doing, which is cool. I mean, I'm never going to use a bottle holder because I already created my own bottle holder crochet thing, but they do show you at the end what it's supposed to look like, which I really appreciate. Very pretty. And then Urban Crossbody Bag. All right. I don't like the fact that they don't show you the picture up front. You have to look at the end. Also, they do it in a pretty ugly brown. But yeah, it looks like it's a puff bobble thing. A boho makeup pouch. So this is very accessories, which is not particularly what I like. But, and there's the makeup bag. Let's see if the light works now that we're looking at stuff inside the box. Here's hoping. Okay. Because I want good light. So, Hooks and Needles, made in Portugal yarn. 4-weight medium. 97% merino wool and 3% viscose, probably for strength. And it's very pretty. Well, it's a dark blue. Honestly, this is more of a neutral blue, not a very bright blue. It's showing up brighter in the camera than it actually is. This is more of a grayish navy. And then it's got little specks of neutral and warm colors, which we'll see how they lay. And I got 3 balls. Then I got the hooks required. So let's see, these are the flat kind. So I got 5mm and 5mm. So I got 2 5mm hooks, which is fine. 5mm is my preferred hook size. Unless this is a 6mm. And it could have worn off, not sure. There is a simple way to check. This is why I have this. So, 5mm. The head is not 5mm. Can't tell if it's 5mm around here because it's not going through. But with how much space is there, I'm willing to bet this really is both 5mm. So, hey, 2 5mm. That works. What are these? Ah, tapestry needles. Darning needles. 1418. So they're the big uns. That's not bad either. What's this? Ah, stitch markers. The light bulb kind. I do like this stitch marker holder. They're not my favorite kind of stitch markers, but these don't look bad because they're the gold ones. They still are the type that you need one hand to stabilize and one hand to utilize. So I don't like that. I like the kind you can just use with one hand because I don't want to actually have to put down my project to stick in a stitch marker. But not bad, not bad. This is a lot. I think this box was only like $25 or $30. So, is this a zipper? I'll bet you this is a zipper for that one makeup bag. Yep, it is a zipper. Oh, it's not one zipper. It is 2. Hey, cool. You know what, this would be a, that crossbody bag would be good for walking the dog. I might try to make that. So, I'm going to put this back. I'm going to put everything back in. And here's the cool thing. All this packaging that everything came in looks like it's recyclable. That's neat. It doesn't say it's recyclable, but, you can tell it doesn't have any wax or anything on it. So that's the crochet one. I am very happy with that. Let's see if the yarn for the knitting is any different. Knitting! All right. Not setting the scissors on the chair. Oh, the picture is different. The yarn is different too. Oh my goodness, this stuff is not soft. The other one was, ooh. The darning needles fell out. Okay, but we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on the book first. Book first always. All right, greetings knitting family. A letter from the founder, How to Read and Understand Knitting Charts. And by the way, both of these books have a table of contents with big numbers, so if you are blind, and this one has how to do it pictures as well. And they number them. By the way, each one has a little QR code. So you can access a digital pattern. I don't think I mentioned that in the first one. But the first thing is a chic small purse. And it's the same setup with the pictures and the instructions. And this chic small purse, this would be perfect, honestly, for my dog. I wonder if we're going to get the button. We got the button. Cool, button. 2 buttons, a big one and a small one. Okay, so something else must require a button. And then a handy book/tablet sleeve. My current tablet needs a new sleeve because it's a Kindle and it's a unique size. I seem to make a new one every single time I get a new iPad or something because they're all different sizes, especially since I go so many generations separating. Like my first one was an iPad 1, and then my second one was like an iPad 3 or 4. And now I have a Kindle that's like smaller. And before that I had Nooks. I worked at Barnes & Noble, of course I had Nooks. But this is cool because this one's from the side, not the top, the way I usually crochet mine. And I really like that stitch pattern. Probably annoy me to make because it looks like it requires cables. Is that a cable or a technique? I think it's technically a cable, but you do a knitting technique, so you don't need a cable needle. And then an elegant knitting bag. So it looks like complex construction. So that'll be interesting. And then it has a little thing on why knitting will make you calm, and then a recipe of the month. Did the other book have a recipe of the month? It does. It has a recipe of the month, and this one is cinnamon cookies in the crochet. But the recipe of the month is cozy apple crumble. And then it says why crocheting will make you calm. But the words seem to be pretty much the same. But they did a find and replace on knitting and crochet. You don't expect them to be different because they should be similar. I mean, it's more effort if they're completely different and separate. But I think they did a pretty good balance. These are 50 grams. The others were 50 grams, right? Yeah. These were 50 grams, and you got 3 of these, which is probably all you needed for those 3 small projects. But these, you got 4. All right, I found 2. Ah, third darning needle. And again, these are showing up a brighter blue than in real life. These are, this one's a little bit more grayish looking than this one. This is still slightly darker than the camera is picking up. And let's see, are these all 9? Are these both 9s? 5.5 and 5.5. This should be easier to check. Perfect 5.5 and 5.5. Oh, that one's tighter. That one's a 6. Not the most accurate. And more of the same stitch markers, I presume. Yep, more of the light bulb shape. So I've got plenty of these. So what I think I'm going to do, I have a little flippy thing that I keep my stitch markers in, and I have other light bulb stitch markers, I think still. And I'm going to put them all in there, and then I can use these for other things that I want, such as the buttons. But ultimately, these are not bad because this one wound up with 200 grams of yarn. The other one was 150 grams of yarn. The crochet was 150 grams versus 200 grams. You got knitting needles. Now these, I like the fact that these are shorter cords. So if you want, even though one is technically bigger than the other, you can do any form of knitting in the round you like, because I think this will be perfectly fine this way. Or you could do the knitting onto a different set of needles if you feel that these cords are too short. And because they are so short, they're not going to have the looping issue that a lot of plastic shit cords do. So you're not going to have to, oh, and they stretch a little bit. Don't stretch too much. These will probably break because if they stretch, they're delicate. But you don't have to do the boiling water thing to unloop these, which is nice. And it does seem to be their Hooks and Needles brand. So they don't feel too far off from the ChiaoGoo. They feel a little different than ChiaoGoo, but not bad different. So these, are 100% wool, no viscose. These are a rougher wool, so this is definitely a wool. I mean, this will felt, which is why it's probably good that this wool is not for any wearables and is entirely for different kinds of bags. So yeah, that is hooks and needles. Now, I am trying to cancel one of my boxes. This is a lot for every month, is to do one of each. And I am having a little trouble. Their button that allows you to finish canceling is stuck. So I have to contact them to be able to cancel one of these boxes, and right now I am not sure which one I would want to cancel. I like the fact that they are complete and you can finish making the item. I do understand why they chose what they chose with regards to which items, whether to focus on a wearable or something you can complete. I do appreciate the fact that they chose wisely, to quote Indiana Jones. So I am liking this, and I hope you found this interesting. Which one do you think I should keep? Let me know down in the comments. Anyway, happy crafting. Bye.